So I remember one time I was fucking this one girl, and I did such a good job that I had to drive her car home for her.
That's, a lot of kids are very immature when they talk. It's good that I'm not.
Perfect. So what is the best thing someone has ever told you?
The best thing someone has ever told me? Well, probably when she told me she loved me, which interestingly enough, we were here in our new apartment and I was on my way to the bathroom and I wasn't sure if she meant it or if it just slipped out. So I walked into the bathroom and I thought about it and I was like, okay, I think she meant it. So I came back out and I said it back because obviously I thought the same thing.
And It did accidentally slip out, to be fair. My friend James, who's not the sweetest person at first, told me I'm underappreciated and then I cried, so.
The best thing someone has told me is that I am something. Like out of nowhere, somebody comes to you and somebody comes up to you and says that you are something. I mean, that means that gives a very, very good boost.
Recently, I don't know if this is the best thing, but it happened to me soon. The dentist told me I was well spoken.
Okay.
Meant a lot because that's a good life skill to have. That's, a lot of kids are very immature when they talk. It's good that I'm not.
Perfect.
I know I've had like a day where I kind of come home and I'm not expecting anything, and then my husband's like, hey, let's go on a date, let's go get ramen or something, and that has really encouraged my soul.
Well, my friend Judy told me yesterday that good things come with time, and it was what I needed in the moment, and yeah.
Probably when my grandma called me and said she loved me because she's my favorite person in the world. It made me feel amazing and loved, and I told her I loved her too.
For me, probably has to be when my high school soccer coach pulled me aside at tryouts and he gave me the captaincy, so I was the captain of the varsity team. It was a really special moment. For me, the previous year, I didn't even make varsity, and then I got pulled up halfway through the year. So to see that I was actually able to change his mind and, showed me that I was actually a leader of the group, it was an awesome feeling, man.
My mom told me recently that she was proud of me, and it made me feel really nice to know that my efforts were being recognized by someone who I really loved, so yeah.
She's probably like about a year ago or something. Got a call, it was like, hey, you got your internship. I was like, all right, that's pretty sweet, that's pretty good.
So I remember one time I was fucking this one girl at like Rattlesnake Ridge, so it was like very, very like people were there, and I did such a good job that I had to drive her car home for her, and that was it's pretty good news to hear. After we talked about it a little bit, but it was just kind of just awkward because then I like cut her off after, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
My best friend told me that her favorite thing about me was that I love life and everything I do is to get the most out of life.
The best thing that somebody has ever told me recently, I guess, is that I'm kind of an understanding person, which is something that I strive to become more and more. So my friend was going through a really rough patch in her life, and I was kind of there for her through the whole thing, and at the end she told me that I was the reason that she was still here, and that was probably one of the most exciting moments in my life to hear that.
Definitely 100% Jesus loves you. Heard it a lot and heard it multiple times, but it's every single time Jesus loves you because it hits every single time.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's cause Jesus Christ is my neck.
My Nana passed away last year, and the first time she told me she loved me was 6 months before she passed away, so it was really good to have that memory of her.
Rest in peace.
The best thing someone else told me was I was working on a short film once and I was holding a light. I was behind the main actress, and she looks at me, my hair's pretty long then, she goes, your hair looks really good. And I don't know, I started smiling and I got a little flustered. But I remember at that point people were like, oh man, you're glowing. And I think that was probably the best.
Nice.
So I have a friend who she really, really loves getting sweets.
Cookie!
So I always set some aside specifically for her. And I had her husband bring some to her, and she messaged me later and said, you're my hero. I was having a really bad day. And then he came home and gave me these, and it totally turned my day around, and that felt really good.
With my girlfriend, the first time she ever said I love you.
I love you. Good girl.
You know, because that just like cemented our relationship and really helped take it to the next level.